Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers reveal Police Commissioner Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, will uncover critical intel from a background check on Vaughn Bryce Durfee. This week, setting off a chain of events that could shake the town. Jocelyn Joss Jacks, Eden McCoy, is bound to leap into action, possibly tied to her covert WSB mission, investigating Professor Henry Hank Dalton's Daniel Goddard covert project, all while Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, deliberates taking major action to highlight his ownership stake in his beloved Port Charles as he wages war on a fellow danger to the townspeople. Could Anna's find and Joss' move unravel secrets? And will Sonny's retaliation against Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, tip the scales? Anna's discovery comes later this week, revealing something about Vaughn's background, possibly tied to his WSB role with Joss, and it could expose their undercover work against Dalton, a potential ally of Sidwell. This could bring everything full circle with Sonny's crusade to protect his interests and his family. Joss, already navigating tensions with Emma Scorpio Drake, Brading Bruner, dives into a bold move, perhaps a risky PCU break-in to protect their mission. If Anna's intel points to Vaughn's secrets, will Joss' actions save their cover, or blow it wide open, risking Carly Spencer's, Laura Wright, and others finding out the truth about her secret life? Is it possible that Anna will stumble upon the truth about Vaughn's work, and how it ties into Joss, but won't immediately think to use it against either of them? Normally, she might hunker down and follow every lead on Vaughn, but having Joss come across her radar as being wrapped up with the WSB could lead her down a very different path. One that leads to either Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, or WSB Chief Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna. It's possible that Anna's revelation that Joss is working as a WSB agent will make her rethink her agenda, if she thinks it'll expose the young agent. At the same time, she might want to give Jason a heads up to look out for her. If Jason takes news of Joss' involvement with the WSB back to Sonny, it could be catastrophic. This might leave Jason stuck between a rock and a hard place, wanting to protect Joss because of his loyalty to Carly, while at the same time having to toe the line for the boss man. Can he walk the tightrope doing both? If Joss' work overlaps with the dangerous territory Sonny is wading into going after Sidwell, could she end up a casualty of her former stepfather's war? Jason could start to connect these dots out of concern that Joss won't know what she's gotten herself into. G's spoilers tease that Port Charles is on the edge of implosion as Anna Devane uncovers a chilling secret that could shake the very foundation of law enforcement in the city, while Jocelyn Jacks takes a bold and possibly reckless step that may upend multiple lives, including her own. What begins as a quiet investigation turns into a far-reaching web of betrayal secrets and dangerous agendas. Anna's recent intel gathering has pointed her toward a hidden alliance operating under the radar for months, and the more she digs, the more disturbing the picture becomes. Anna had been quietly tracking a series of encrypted communications intercepted by WSB satellites, and the digital fingerprints led straight to someone within the Port Charles PD, someone she never suspected. When Anna confronts Jordan Ashford with her findings, Jordan is visibly stunned, not because she doubts Anna, but because the files implicate someone they both trusted with their lives. The trail leads to a former ally who may have been playing both sides since before Victor Casadine's takedown. Jordan and Anna know this discovery can't be taken to the authorities just yet, not with corruption now a real possibility within the ranks of their own officers. Determined to find solid proof, Anna begins working with Brick in secret to trace the communication path and uncover the full extent of the rogue network. What they find stuns even Brick. A separate funding stream originating from a holding company in Dubai appears to be linked to the very same account. Liesl Obrecht warned Jason Morgan about. The pieces are starting to align, and Anna realizes too late that her personal safety may be at risk. Someone wants her investigation shut down, and they're willing to get blood on their hands to stop it. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Jocelyn Jacks is growing more suspicious of Adam, who has been acting stranger by the day despite trying to move forward and leave Dex behind. Joss is beginning to feel trapped by Adam's erratic behavior and increasingly controlling nature. The breaking point comes when she finds a burner phone hidden in Adam's backpack, and the messages she uncovers make her blood run cold. The texts suggest Adam is in contact with someone deeply involved in the attacks on Sonny Corinthos' operation. Joss debates whether to go to Carly or Sonny with what she's found, but ultimately decides she needs proof. Before blowing the whistle, she arranges to follow Adam one night, and what she witnesses changes everything. He meets a shadowy figure in an alley behind the docks and hands over a memory card. The man disappears without a word, and Adam returns home like nothing happened. Shaken but resolute, Joss sneaks into Adam's apartment later and finds a second memory card tucked inside a hollowed-out book. What she discovers on it: footage of Sonny's warehouse before the recent explosion, confirms her worst fears. Adam is involved and possibly being blackmailed or working willingly with Sonny's enemies. Joss takes the card and leaves, but she doesn't go to the police. She goes to Jason Morgan, knowing he'll protect her and know what to do. The moment Jason watches the footage, his expression hardens, and he realizes the mole they've been hunting could be hiding in plain sight, with Anna closing in on the internal conspiracy, and Jason, now holding visual proof of sabotage. Things are about to explode across Port Charles. The next day, Jason meets with Sonny and lays everything out. Joss's involvement infuriates Sonny, who believes she put herself in unnecessary danger, but his fury quickly gives way to admiration when he realizes how close she came to uncovering the truth on her own. Jason insists they keep Joss out of the next steps for her safety, but Sonny isn't sure that will be possible with Joss's fiery spirit and unrelenting desire for justice. The young woman may have just cemented herself as a central player in the brewing war over at the Metro Court. Carly notices her daughter's demeanor has changed and pushes for answers. Joss resists at first, but ultimately confesses everything. Carly is torn between pride and panic. She's angry that Joss went rogue, but can't deny her daughter's bravery. Carly urges her to be careful, but Joss insists she's not backing down. She knows too much now, and if Adam is being used by the enemy, she wants to be the one to expose him. Meanwhile, Anna's world is thrown into further chaos when her office is broken into, and her files on the rogue network are stolen. Nothing else is taken: no cash, no jewelry, just the documents tying the local suspects to foreign accounts and secret meetings. She immediately realizes she's being watched. Brick sets up a digital surveillance perimeter and uncovers a signal tracker buried in Anna's car. This isn't just corruption, it's surveillance on a high level. Anna now knows the enemy is watching her every move. She considers going public with what she knows, but without the stolen documents, she's vulnerable. Instead, she reaches out to Robert Scorpio, who agrees to help quietly from the inside. Robert brings in Diane Miller to begin building a legal strategy in case arrests need to be made quickly and covertly. Diane agrees, but warns that if they move too soon without unshakable evidence, they could lose the case and even put more lives in danger. As these plans unfold, Michael Corinthos is drawn in after overhearing a tense phone call between Carly and Joss. He's alarmed to hear Adam's name and begins doing his own digging using ELQ resources. Michael quickly discovers that Adam has ties to a low-level energy company recently bought out by a front for Pikeman Security Group, the same organization tied to the initial arms shipment Sonny intercepted months ago. Horrified, Michael rushes to share what he's learned, but he's not fast enough. Adam has already fled town. After realizing his cover may be blown, he leaves behind a vague note for Joss claiming he never meant to hurt her. But Joss refuses to believe anything he says anymore. She's determined to track him down and demands Jason help her find him. Jason reluctantly agrees, but only if she promises not to confront Adam alone. Back at General Hospital, Trina confides in Portia about Spencer's erratic behavior. Since his return, she fears he's hiding something and might be spiraling. Portia advises her to take a step back and protect herself, but Trina can't ignore her feelings for Spencer, especially now that he seems more lost than ever. Spencer, meanwhile, is dealing with threats of his own. He's received 2 ominous messages scrawled on old Casadine stationery, warning him to stop digging into Victor's past, or else he shows the notes to Laura, who is immediately alarmed. She thought they destroyed all of Victor's contacts, but now fears someone else has inherited his legacy. As the pressure mounts in every corner of town, Anna and Jason finally connect and compare notes. They're both shaken by how far the corruption has spread, and they agree to launch a coordinated strike on those responsible. Brick tracks the suspicious wire transfers to a shell company whose CEO is none other than a man once thought to be dead. Peter August's former associate Henrik Faison's digital signature is found on several documents, suggesting a posthumous plan may be underway. Worse still, Obrecht warns that there may be a sleeper agent still in the WSB planted years ago and never activated until now. Anna realizes she may be at the center of a decades-old scheme finally coming to fruition. She warns Jason that if they don't move soon, it may be too late. Sonny takes matters into his own hands and arranges a private meeting with the mayor, hoping to get political backing for a security overhaul. But the mayor brushes him off, suggesting Sonny's time as a power player is coming to an end. Insulted and suspicious, Sonny sends Dex to trail the mayor, who is later seen meeting with an unknown financier at a private airfield. It becomes clear that even the political system in Port Charles may be compromised. As the week draws to a close, Joss gets an alert from an anonymous tipster, pointing her to a storage facility on the edge of town, where she finds a duffel bag filled with burner phones, flash drives, and fake passports, all linked to Adam. She breaks down in tears, realizing the man she trusted may have been lying to her from the start. The only question now is, was he using her for intel, or did he genuinely fall for her along the way? It's a question she may never get an answer to unless he's caught, with every faction from law enforcement to the criminal underworld now entangled in this web. The future of Port Charles hangs in the balance. Anna's discovery and Joss's bold move may be the spark that sets off a chain reaction no one can stop. With Jason, Sonny, Carly, Michael, and even Diane now involved, the town is bracing for a war that has been brewing in silence for months. And now the secrets are finally about to explode. Stay tuned as the clock ticks down and Port Charles prepares to face the storm that's been hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.